SmallRig just released the RF10C, which is a mini spotlight that rivals competition. You can get some pretty cool projections just like this, or you can use it for product photo shoots. In this video, I want to take you through its use cases, the design, the features that it holds, and if I would recommend it or not. So what's in the box? You get the spotlight, the light filter adapter, and 20 light filters, a USB-C charging cable, and I forgot to throw it in here, but you also get a small velvet bag. As for the physical design and features, it's made completely out of metal. It's quite heavy, but it's still small and compact. You have 3/4-inch threads on the unit itself. You have one on the top and bottom, and then one located at the back of the spotlight. And then you have a single knob designed to control your brightness and your colors. And then for focusing in the light, you have this retractable lens that pushes in and out. And unlike a lot of other videos I've seen saying this light is not RGB. However, it does have 4 different lighting modes. So it has a red, it has a orange and blue and white. There's only 4 colors located inside of the actual bulb, and those are the only colors you're going to be able to achieve with this light. To turn it on, you twist the knob at least halfway, and this green light will signify that the light is on. Obviously, the light itself will also turn on. To adjust the brightness, you can rotate clockwise to turn the brightness up, or you can rotate counterclockwise to turn the brightness down. When you reach the lowest or the highest brightness, the light will start flashing, signifying that it can't go any further. For some reason, mine, if I turn my knob too fast, it also flashes. So I don't know if that's a manufacturer defect on my model or if that's what's supposed to happen. To change the colors of the light, you can click the knob and cycle through all the colors on the unit. And to focus in your light, you're going to pull the front lens outwards. That's going to focus and draw the light closer, also give you a bit of a sharper edge. And then to go back wide, you just simply push it back in. Mine is extremely stiff. I don't know if this will loosen up over time, but I feel like I'm going to get arthritis just by pushing this thing in and out. And lastly, to turn it off, you're just going to hold the knob. Now let's talk about the brightness of this light, because this is probably the biggest question that most people have. It's a 10-watt light, and I find that it's a little bit underwhelming. Let me explain what I mean. In a case like this, where I'm shooting in my office and I have full control of the lights and all the blinds are closed in the room, I can make the light work pretty well. But I took this light out in my living room and tested it on a wall from a little bit further back and with other lights on and with the blinds open. And it didn't quite perform up to what you'd want out of a professional videography light. Now, is this meant to do that? I wouldn't say so. So in that case, I'd say the brightness is a little bit underwhelming. In bigger sets, in bigger scenarios, or in brighter rooms, I don't think that this is going to do the spotlight effect as well as you'd need it to. But as far as brightness for product photography and videography, I think it would do just fine. And as for adjusting the brightness, like I said, it flashes in the middle, so it does feel a little bit finicky. And as for the colors on this thing, again, it's not RGB. You only have 4 colors. You have orange, red, white, and blue. They do look good, but it would be nicer to have a bigger range of colors to work with. And as for the white, I think it's just 5600 Kelvin. There's no way to read any type of Kelvin or measurement on here. So the white is what you get, and there's no adjusting it at all. And as for the light filters, you get a whack load of them. You get 20 different light filters. I'll quick put them on the screen right now so you can look at them. You can pause the video and pick out your favorite one if you want. As for mine, I sort of like these window style ones. There's a couple different ones. They give the most realistic effects. There's also a square or skinny rectangle that gives you a pretty good look. However, some of the other shapes are a little wacky, like you can get a heart, whatever, and they'll look cool, but it's not really my style. And what do I think are the pros and cons of this light? Well, obviously it's super versatile, it's small, it's easy to use. It packs a pretty good punch for the size, and it feels like a really durable unit. As for the cons on this light, and again, this is just my personal opinion, I find out the light is a little bit dim for its specific purpose. The spotlight has to be bright to get the effect that you're going for. The zoom range is quite limited. You can't actually zoom in that far, so if you're using a bigger set and you want the light to only shine on a small part of your set, there's no way to do that except to bring the light real close, and if you do that, then your light is in the frame. The edges of the spotlight, in my opinion, are not sharp enough. Like, you need razor sharp lines to get a spotlight effect, and these just don't do that. The lines end up being a little bit fuzzy, and that gives it a bit of a softer light look, and that's just not what we're going for with the spotlight. And I find it a little bit silly that there's only 4 color options in this light. I personally expect it to be RGB. And as well, for any other light that I've purchased in the past, you always get some sort of mounting bracket or some type of ball head or something. You get nothing with this light, so you have to make sure that you have your own ball head, your own stand. Obviously, I don't expect the stand to come with this, but I would maybe expect a small little cheap ball head just so I can pivot my light around and not have to use one of my other ball heads. And then for the very last item, I just think it's a little bit silly that you have to turn this knob to turn it on and hold it to turn it off. I think that's just a poor design choice. Long story short, I think this is a great budget-friendly option for those in the content creation niche. I also think it's going to work well for photo shoots or product videography, something just a little bit smaller focused in. I don't think this is going to work on larger sets or for professional work, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm going to keep it for my office. I think it looks great in the background here. But let me know, what do you think? Would you get it? Do you think I missed anything? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like, maybe subscribe. This is my first product review in like 3 years, so I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.